Alright, so as you can tell in this new video, we are going to be playing Teardown, the hit cool game where you tear many things down to the ground. Part 1. We get off the bus, and we gotta walk home. There's also a third person mode, if you didn't know. So I said to use that. It does say walk, but I end up bunny hopping home instead. And instead of opening this gate, for some reason I decided to go around it and try and jump on the boxes. I don't know, but eventually we end up getting over the boxes, and instead of moving all of the rubble out of the way, I just decided to try and cram my way through this. I don't know why I did any of this like this, but it's what I decided to do. Finally we get through. See our tools, so we pick them all up. We have to replace the fuse in the room in the back to turn on the power. So we go back, break some stuff to get out of the way, and then replace the fuse and turn back on the power. Once we make it back inside, we hop on the computer and start reading all of this, which I'm not going to read. But this, I am going to read. Forward old building problem. Good evening, my name is Gordon Wu, General Manager at Evertide Mall. I have a slight problem with an old building that is blocking our plans for a new wing. I would need someone to knock it over. And there's a picture of the building. And I need it gone by tomorrow, and I would be willing to pay even more than standard rate for some extra discretion, quick execution, and uncomfortable working hours. Would you be able to take care of it? Now we can see on the map, we go to Evertide Mall, old building problem, click play, and we're in the mission. There's some explosives, so we pick them up and toss them all at the building. We also start smashing the building, trying to figure out what we need the explosives for, and then I remember that there's a lot of vehicles around here, so we try to pick up one, and absolutely and immediately flip it, and get it a little stuck, so we try and grab another vehicle, and this one goes a lot better. We get it to the house and start ramming it through the house, trying to, bring the house down, because that's what we gotta do in the end. After a bit of fumbling around, we finally get to the main reason I wanted the vehicles was to destroy that brick chimney, as it's pretty hard to destroy, even with the vehicle. Barely got it down, tearing off the whole front end of the bulldozer here, and then we end up flipping it. Apparently that's the only thing I'm good at, but it starts, I don't know, bugging out or something, and we end up flipping it again. It's just one of my talents, apparently, but start just trying to use our hammer to really bring it down. I noticed there's still a few more explosives, so we toss those into the house and keep doing that a few more times until hopefully we get all the supports down. And there's just one last one right there. End up blowing myself up instead of the support. But we got one more, so we toss it, and it comes down, but not far enough. So then we end up trying to use our hammer, bring it down, but notice that the truck is probably in the way. So we get in the truck and actually get it unstuck. But then I realize that there's a fire, and the game tells us to use the extinguisher to put it out. So that's what we do. Just spray the extinguisher all over the place and put out all the fire in there. Don't want to alert the fire department. But then we get out, assess the situation, realize what we need to destroy, and we actually get the other explosives that are over here, and hold them all the way over there. We'll hold only one, and break a giant hole into the side, but it's not enough. So then I start mapping out like what I need to destroy with the spray paint that the game gives you. But I don't really do a good job because I put it on the inside instead of the outside where I would need to see it. But then I see the vehicle, the thing. I don't remember what it's called, but we pick it up or use it, and it's kind of slow. But we drive it over there, and the bucket arm is really strong for some reason. So we just start using that to absolutely tear down the house. Eventually, after doing a lot of scoops and slashes, I guess, we end up tearing through the roof, bringing a lot of the building down, and now it's only 1.6 meters tall, so we gotta back up, take a new approach, and just start ramming it with the truck, and just scraping with the bucket, and eventually it falls, and we complete the demolition. So we have to run over to the escape vehicle and make it out. Yeah, completing the mission. Right after that, we wake up in our bed with our alarm clock going off, so we just throw it around the place, trying to get it to stop working, but it really resilient. Don't know where we got this thing, but we end up just jumping off the area. Don't know how we didn't die, but then just breaking the alarm clock. It's really resilient, but then we look at the TV and see that we are on the news, actually. Or at least we tried to sit on the chair. And notice that they're talking about us and how we destroyed that building, but we ended up just going onto our computer and reading this about how they caught us, which is not good. Then we also get an email from a supposed police officer, and we look at this email, and she wants us to do a favor for her, so we decide to do the favor. Then we click on the mission and see we're going to a new area, and so we click play, and after a quick loading screen, we end up in Lee Chemicals, I believe the area is called, and we just destroy a sign. Why not? We then look at the map to assess our situation on what things we have to get. There's one right by us, same level at a desk. There's one in Lee's office on the upper floor of the building, also pretty close to us. And then there's one pretty far up, same level as the other one, just on an office platform. So we end up just breaking through a window very sneakily to pick up the computer, and decide to pick up the couch as well and throw it to find a stack of cash worth $100. And then we jump out another window, because why not? End up in the water and struggle to get out until we do get out, and just try to enter in through the door of the other door or room, but it doesn't work. And we don't have anything to actually break through the door, so we just walk around and notice that there's a window up there. So we start jumping up on all of these rubble and stuff nearby, struggling to make it up. But eventually we have to break part of the box to actually jump on the next part. And we're really struggling with this platform, but we break through the window and try to jump through, and it just barely doesn't work twice. So we just try again, or try to get up again, but eventually I just try again and fail, 'cause apparently I just can't give up on the window. But I end up just giving up on that one for now and going towards the other one, and going through an alleyway just to get to where I need, and I see two big red barrels, and I decided to mark them for, let's just say, removal purposes. But I remember that I need some way to get rid of them without me being in the blast, so I pick up this box while toppling others over and try to throw it over onto the barrels, but that doesn't work. So I look for anything else to throw and just decide to get in the tractor here, and almost drop into the water, but we just move along and put the bucket down to brace for the explosion, and are perfectly fine. But we just need to back up and then ram the other one again. And we make it into this factory-looking area and realize we need to go up, but we see an electric screwdriver with 120 and assortment of tools with 45, and there's another thing up there that looks like an item, so we jump, pick it up, and it's a circular saw worth 90. But then we look for the computer, it's in the corner, so we just break through and bring the computer down with us and pick it up. So then I need to go back and get the other computer, so we just jump on some random boxes for no reason. I think I thought it would bring me up to the roof, but it doesn't. So I noticed that that upper area connects to the pipes that connect to, or not connect to, but are really close to more windows. So I decided to go into this area again and go up some stairs and walk across to then jump onto the rusty pipe and break through the window to get access to the building. Pick up a painting worth only 15, surprisingly. And there's where we broke in before, but we walk in through here, pick up the painting, or not painting. Well, we do pick up another painting, but pick up the computer, jump out through another window, because that's our specialty, and onto the streets where we just walk out like nothing ever happened, and enter the escape vehicle. We end up back in our house and decide to sit on our chair and watch the news to see if we're back on the news once again. And yeah, they show us, or show the buildings that we were robbing, and we just decided to turn it off and enter the computer and notice another mission, but we're gonna leave that mission for next time. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.